Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. We are getting very, very close to the end of this game. We just went inside the inner sanctum with Joshua. We met up with Ultima. He told us about all kinds of things about his race and his goals, and it was a lot to take in. We went to the lore place, asked Harpocrates if he could clear some stuff up for us, which was really, really helpful. We have pretty much just the final stretch to go as far as the main game, but I did do every side quest in this game, and some of them were really, really good. A lot of them were really, really good. So the next few videos, I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite side quests, and then after that, on to Origin. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the comments.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Story time.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire...
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
We make her fly?
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off.
You're all dismissed.
Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk to some of our people here.
There is much to consider.
I like his outfit here. Hey, Byron. How is she sitting? Just like cross-legged?
Believe me, Clive, I would fly with you to Origin, nay, to the end of the world. If I could. Alas, my fear of heights prevents me.
Byron, what the heck?
Unless you've taught our chocobos how to fly, I won't be scouting this one for you, Clive. You're on your own, but not alone.
On your own, but not alone. I like that. Okay, still no new side quests or anything open.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
What about your bow?
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Take as much time as you need, brother. Something tells me Ultima will wait.
We have missives as well.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Aww. That was kind of sweet. Let's see what we have. Oh boy. It's been a while, I think. What do you guys think? Courage to fight. What happened in Eastpool with the Bearers and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many. And it is through victories such as these that that fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is, Martha. A loss? In loss there will be found. Oh man, I forgot about this. It's apparently a fancy word for grateful feelings or thanks. Wow. Wow, Quentin. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he is not, and it is everything I can do not to fall on my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me, and I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. A new life. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up for us now to make certain the little one gets it. Gav. Does anyone ship Gav and Edda? What do you guys think?
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
All right, it's time. Whew. Okay, this must be the last batch of side quests. Hopefully it's the last one. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Heed Karen's request, yes.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Want some suggestions on ordering? Sure, but can I do this one first since I picked it up? Where's Torgal? Oh, down over there. Okay, let's go see Torgal. We'll figure out how we want to go about
Say
this.
what you will.
All these. Let me check the. Ugh, there's some on the world map too. We have. Oh, Dalamil. Oh yeah, we have to find out what's going on with Lubor.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
Heartache, like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Or not.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
She just laughed. She just snorted at me.
You miss it as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Okay, I'm going.
Where to then, Torgal?
Okay, follow Torgal.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelter.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery?
The whatery?
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Where are we going? Torgal. Getting on a rowboat? He said something about
It's still here.
an island.
After all these years. Lots smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
He said, "You swim, human."
I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
Wait.
Now feel good, boy.
Aw, Torgal.
Get it, boy.
Hell yeah. That's my puppers.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
Like a tree house?
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Clive's first hideaway. Oh my gosh, baby Torgal. And baby Clive.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal.
Yes, doggy.
For never giving up. For never forgetting.
Aww.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Whew, okay. Is there more?
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
He says that we're not done yet.
All right. I'm coming. I think I know
Oh
where we're
boy.
going.
Where are we going? I don't know if I can handle any more of this. Wow.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Ooh.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His
Oh.
will. How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Oh my. Oh gosh. This is gonna be another tearjerker. Max, 4 more hours. So basically you'll be done when I'm done streaming. Alright, we'll get there together. Hey, Samurai. Alright. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to go to my map. To Tabor. You did a 20-hour workday before? What the hell? That's crazy.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
Okay. My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I've made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way, it shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love, the faith, and the faith that I hold for both of you.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
Shall
we then?
How mysterious. All right, who are we talking to?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Didn't you know, Lady Goditha, that Slay
Titan's Wake is to the
is
south.
my middle name?
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Clive Slay Rosfield. That's what they call me. I'm dying! Can you just get staggered already? I guess I could have used diamond dust. I forgot that's the purpose of me putting diamond dust on my abilities. Oh well. Constantly changing builds can get a little bit confusing. Hey! Pike, thank you for gifting a sub to Killimaro. Ay, ay, ay. Hey. Get out of here, you damn bird. Birdie bird. Alright, we're gonna get matching bracers or whatever. Matching armbands.
Oh, thank the Founder, you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godetha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godetha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone.
You were gonna fight that thing?
And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Godetha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Damn. Damn. Hey, Champasaur. What game am I playing? We're playing Final Fantasy XVI. And we're towards the end of it. Just wrapping up some very heavy side quests here. At least the ones we've done so far.
I remain your faithful servant, my lord.
This lady is a freaking hero. She took her duties so seriously and never, ever, ever gave up. It kind of reminds me of Hannah. How she kept the outfit for Clive that whole time, just hoping and praying that he would turn up someday to claim it. Alright. Are we gonna be able to see the wristbands on us? Let's go out here. Let's see.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay your father a visit?
No.
I think we should.
No.
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
Come on, don't make me do this.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Fuck! Why did we start the stream with this quest? Ugh! Jeez.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
No fighting right now. Only serious time.
It's just back there.
Thanks, Gal.
Oh, we can equip the armbands, but it never shows up on our character model, huh? These ones here? The Founder's Grasp. Ooh. Pretty significant upgrade here. Fashioned after those pictured adorning the wrists of the mythical founder in ancient engravings, Archduke Elwyn intended to gift these bands to his beloved sons upon their coming of age, that they might serve to remind them of the unbreakable bonds they share as proud scions of the ducal line, and the unwavering devotion that would be required to see their duty done.
Father always fought for what he believed was right.
He did.
It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Ooh. Hey. Rusted battle helm. Oh no, in Clive's chambers. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Hey. In loving memory of His Grace the Most Righteous Elwyn Rosfield, Archduke of Rosaria, conqueror of the Northern Territories, shield against the scourge of the Southern Seas, defender of the flame of the Phoenix, who kept his light burning throughout the long winter of his slumber. Now you sleep, but your flame burns still. Crying. Oh, God. Do you remember what you told me the night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Stop! Stop! I didn't bring any tissues. Maybe I should have. Ugh. You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths, grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Okay. I can do this. I can get through this. Concern for Jill, though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more in private.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Here's Torgal. I can't give you pets right now, though. But I promise, once I have a chance, I will.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Well, a date?
What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Okay, now we're gonna go look for flowers to go on a date with Jill? Like, come on. Ay. You love that Josh is like, go take your girl on a date. Oh, this is really close by. Or, wait, what? Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. They're all dead.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but... it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Okay. Back to the hideaway where we literally just came from. Where would Clive be without Josh? Clive's like, oh man, well, I don't know any other place where snow daisies grow, so I guess we're just boned.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
You also love that Clive's first instinct is bad guys? Point me the way and I'll beat him up. I mean, that's my instinct too. Let's go fight some shit. Wingman with literal wings checks out. Yes, it does. So pretty over here. Did it always have this much? Was this always so grown like this? Were these vines always like growing on this path here? No? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, did I just pass by these like vines like growing out on the path and not realizing, like, not being able to appreciate it at the time? But no, it literally is different. Okay. Yeah, it's so lush. From what I remember. Life finds a way.
A few more of these and the Deadlands will seem less dead.
Mm-hmm. You guys are doing great work over here.
These flowers are beautiful. Pity we have to boil them all down to make medicine.
Without sun, these leaves should have withered long ago.
But we found a way. Life has found a way.
Life finds a way. She's seen Jurassic Park too?
I'll see that you're properly watered and manured, Martel. For as long as I'm able.
Okay, but do you have to tell her you're gonna manure her?
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrek.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilefeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Let us go. Might have messed that up. Nope. This is the closest we can teleport there. Alright, off we go.
Let's go. Faster! The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
We jump down. Oh my god. Yes, we can.
Have care. Do you see them?
Flowers. And our friends.
I mean, it also might be kind of romantic if we brought Jill here and then valiantly slayed some monsters for her. But yeah, we should probably take care of them now, huh?
What do you see, boy?
Something bigger coming? Oh yeah. Now we're talking.
Let's hope this is the last one.
It's the bull. sacrifice. Oh. Two enemies. Where? We're getting smacked around here. Excellent.
That was harder than I expected.
Little bit.
But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
He says, all bitches love flowers. She'll like them.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Gee, thanks for jinxing it, Josh. Gosh. Okay, speak to Jill.
Jill. There's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
He's like, I'm not gonna wait for your answer. You're coming. Let's go.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And
It's like that
you have
one night on the Ash Beach.
again and again.
I'm sorry, am I ruining the moment?
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
That was a really beautiful song. Yes, Ghetto, so beautiful.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
Who cares
Right.
about them?
There's still much to do.
You mean you took her all the way
we'll
out
do it
here?
together.
And you'd even pack a picnic basket? Clive, what are we gonna do with you? It's a good idea to talk to people after finishing their quests. Oh yes, let's do that.
Clive, do you have a moment?
Of course. Always.
I wanted to give you something.
To me?
Is this?
I stitched it from the cloth you gave Hortense. The piece she said you liked best. I told her I used to enjoy needlework, but I didn't think she'd remember.
It's beautiful, Jill. You didn't have to.
When I was very little, I recall my mother telling me that young ladies of the court would give knights ribbons from their hair before they went off to war. I still wear mine, so I made you this instead. White is the color of faith. Faith in your friends, your family, your purpose. Unblemished, unfeigned. Just like my faith in you.
Our faith. May it ever steer us true.
And may it ever bring you back to me. I will always, always be here.
Thank you, Jill.
Aww. Silken handkerchief.
What What's on your mind, Clive?
Ask about memories. I still can't believe you remembered that day on Man's Hill.
For so long.
For so long our lives have been defined by loss, but our memories, those no one can take. And if they truly are the only things we can hold on to, then I want more.
So when this is over...
So when this is over, let's travel the world and make new ones. And I will hoard them as a dragon does her gold, for my memories with you are the most precious of all. Oh.
Somewhere in the back of my mind.
I always knew it would come to this. Gotta voice Clive too. It was only ever going to end this way, Jill. Either Ultima dies or we do.
I know.
But I still don't think I'm ready for it, and the thought of what you have to do makes me want to cry. Then cry, shout, scream, laugh. Do whatever you feel. Our feelings make us who we are, make us better than Ultima.
Thank you.
But a long time ago, I swore that only the stars would see me cry.
And so for now?
And so for now, I'll save my tears. Until the clouds part and the heavens return.
Be strong, Clive.
Well, I am not saving my tears, that's for certain. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift.